Before we went for a break, we were discussing the Kasija case and the fact that Museveni okayed his promotion. And then Tariq, I'd like you to take us through that story because you were narrating it to me in the morning and you had passion over how you were narrating it. So please take us through.
Omanyi story yanyumidde nnyo anti kati NRM mwezesa ba MPs they are 11 now abayingidde parliament reading nga bo bamaze they just waiting parliament etandike babeereyo. Kasija Kasija yabadde yayingidde ku slot eyo abadde yesimbyewo n'omukulu is called Chalimpa opponent we mu constituency ye naye they came to on the discussion ne batuula wansi Kasija Kasija n'aluwingamu omuntu oyo nti asobola okumufunira omulimu mu government so we batuula wansi ne bakkaanya n'amugamba okay it's fine if you can get me the job I opt out ekifo nga nkivaako. Kasija Kasija had to travel n'agenda president yali akyali mu northern region n'amulumba n'amunyonyeramu ensonga z'omukulu ono nti tusobola omuteeka awantu wonna omusajja yasoma but president n'amugamba nti alina okuyita mu procedures entuufu okufuna omulimu ogwo. So this guy came in and applied era n'atuukiza obukwakulizo bwonna mulimu n'abeera nti akoze eki era we yamaze okuba nti application eyitamu na opting out nava mu race Kasija Kasija n'alangirirwa nti kati ali unopposed yayiseewo.
His promotion, I call it his promotion. So is the logo going through
tubadde mu ggwanga nga twogera ku corruption nga ne president agwera ku mbeera y'okuba nti agumirira enguzi akola biki. This is corruption of the highest order. Mukiba nti tusobola okuba nti omuntu azze mu kifo ky'obukulembeze azze to practice democracy abalonzi basalewo nti bagala okuba nti abakiikirira abalonzi basale n'ogamba nti omuntu ono let me corrupt him mujje ku kintu kyebadde agiddeko mukyuse abeere nga agenda mu kifo ekirala nze mbeere nga nyingira parliament. Lwaki Kasija Kasija teyakkiriza kuba nti agenda mu race n'omukulu ono kubanga bukiba nga yabadde yeewulira amaanyi kituufu nga yeewulira amaanyi nga n'okuba nti bagala okuba democracy kimutambuza mu ggwanga nga kituufu abantu balina okuba nti besalewo abalonzi baabwe ge bagala okuba nti abakulembera ate guno n'olaga nti nno omuntu omuseduusiza omukubaganyiza omukubi akalimi omujja ku kifo nobanga okuba kugulirira era kyekimu okuba nti omuntu abadde yeesimbye ku kifo nobeera nga omuwa ssente. So nze ndaba ekikolo ekyakoleddwa kyamazeemu nnyo amaanyi era kyalaze nti abakulembeze baffe banene olunsi batyo okuvuganya. Lwaki batya nnyo competition okuba nti bagenda mu bantu abantu basalewo okikuba kujjako bantu first of all obomenye constitution oba ogimenye constitution etugamba bulungi nti abantu balina okuba nti besalewo abalonzi abagala okuba nti bakulembera nga bagenda mu box ne babalonda kati gwe omuntu omuggyeko right okuba nti agenda mu box okulonda omukulembeze gwe wayagala omuggyemu gwe omusaduusiza omuwadde ekira kati kiba kitegeeza kilatiifa.
Well, there's a letter that President wrote to okay this particular transaction. I call it a transaction.
Is it a transaction?
It is a transaction.
Why?
Well, there was an exchange of something for something. That's a transaction.
Chitu.
And he says, I refer to my conversation with you in Gulu last Wednesday regarding the above-mentioned person, and they're talking about Paul Chalimpa. Nagamba, this is to authorize you to go ahead with a recruitment process. I marked the word recruitment process and have the candidate appointed if found suitable. In terms of service, should be in accordance with the institutional guidelines signed by Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and of course he copied it to a number of people. But there's something that someone used to say, Nagamba, politics is a dirty game.
Yeah.
And it's dirty to the point that this particular kind of transaction, Teatandi said it started from the primaries of the different political parties. Probably NUP, when it was running with its selection of candidates, they got to a time where someone would pay cent to someone else, and then they bargained. They're like, "Now, 6 million, 10, 20, 30. But when you get it, you get out of the ways that someone else sits." Tariq, all this comes from a point of the fact that we have monetarized our political system in the country. We've made it like a low-hanging mango fruit that anybody who has money can come and pick and walk away with it. And the moment you monetize your political system, you're making it easy for people to make decisions, especially people that have money. And the people that don't have money don't have the decision to make. And that is why when the president, Yabudeo Nagamba, I think politics should be for the people that have the money.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with him in a way.
Na difference sigana kizanya nawe kubanga because omuntu obanga nze nina sente nenga sina busobozi bufuga sina qualities za kukulembera abantu nange nze mu bulembeze tontonati okuba nti tuteeka sente mu kalulu kitujjako credible leaders abakulembeza balina embavu abalina okuba basobola okuba bakulembera abantu abasobola okukolera abantu netubateeka tubasukala mu katini nebasula kasasi tujja n'abantu abatasobola kuba nti bakulembera abantu.
Why do you think I agree with the president? The Powell situation is what is making me agree with the president. Why do you think Powell agreed to get that job? This is a sure deal for me. To get money, to get an earning, to get a job. But the other one, I'm not sure about it. I mean, to lose
but again, tunatambula ku mbere wecho. Tugenda kusikiriza buli muntu ajje because ena kyasuubira. That's why you see ekiki sifanyinga okulaba nti abantu ba NRM abantu abali mu kamifu ka NRM abasinga bonna when they abagwa they came back as independents. Nebakola association yaabwe gye batuma the independent kokasi yaabwe nga baagala NRM pata chairperson aveeyo abaweka sente baloke baveemu oba abawe emirimu kino kirekawo eggwanga lyaffe.
It goes back to the conversation I'm telling you, and that's why I'm agreeing with the President Tariq. He doesn't come to politics to lead a double politics because what you're saying and he's going to get the money or not because he wants to serve his people and get his people out of poverty, because he's poor, he doesn't have where to start, and he's looking for where to put his money and invest and get more money. Tariq, if you're okay with being bought, then you're not a good leader. And we've seen that aside from the voters who are being bought, even our leaders that come up Nebagamba and they also end up being bought. So at the end of the day, a lot of these people that go into politics, unfortunately, I want you to agree to disagree with me, Tariq. They're coming to lead this nation. Most of them, unfortunately, I'm not saying all of them, but most of them, they come in because they're looking for a situation whereby for Powell to get out of an election that he thought he'd be serving his people because they gave him a better offer only shows you where I'm coming from.
Yeah, it's true.
But if it was someone who knew there's nothing for me to lose, I have my money, I'm not coming here in these elections to get a better job or money, I'm not coming here to get a job.
But Latifa, Paulo okuba nti Kyalimpa okuba nti byabamwadde omulimu ogwo ne yamuwadde offer teyagimwadde because yadamwagala nnyo oba mukwano gwe nnyo yagimwadde because he was scared nti Kyalimpa asobola okumuwangula.
But if Kyalimpa was smart enough, yandigambye what this person is doing, and this person who is telling me I go to the other job because he wants this position, only shows that he's scared of me.
That's why nasanyukira nnyo Sodo. Sodo bamugamba nti nno aveemu bamusa a bit of money. Yagamba kutesa tino I'm doubling the money muwala wa aveemu. And they went to the race.
Now you
so Kyalimpa,
the people who have money have a bigger heart and they won't be Kyalimpa Kasija yagenza okujja wa Kyalimpa okumugamba nti nvera va mu kifo ogende yabadde amutini tasobola mukuba mu kalulu. Kyalimpa yagambye no, I'm not leaving the silver mu kalulu because of my bwekibanga alumirira bantu nyaze nti alumya ayagala abantu abayinga abakiikirira yagamba no, for the good of my people sigana va mu kalulu kadne let's go slowly. Kyalimpa asobola okuddayo eyo nagamba nti he has lost credibility, Tariq. And this is
what if neguno omulimu gwe yagenzeeko singa enkya bekyo nemagamba kuba wagumuwadde basobola okugumuggyako singa bagumuggyako nemagamba bitambudde bulungi. Thank you.
Because if you see the letter that the president made, it's not an absolutely straight okay.
Yes.
Follow the guidelines of the institution and see if the candidate is suitable.
Yes.
Those were the words that he used. Now what if it is being Olaba, this is where I'm telling you I'm agreeing with the president. Kuanga Tariq, you've given me an example of Sodo. I'm doubling that money.
I'm doubling the money.
He has the money. But if it's someone who doesn't have the money, they will agree to disagree. Nebagamba. They give it to
me. By the Latifa story yogeddeko omwana Ansala Enviri is also standing for councillor. Naye is DP, but is DP leaning to NUP. Naye yangambye story yangamba nti waliwo eyakwata flag ya NUP mu kifo kyekimu kyalimu. He came to him namugamba nti nze mwana flag ne bagimpa naye ompamu sente meka give you the flag.
There you go.
The person who was given the flag, any people who have a flag, agamba nti noze mpamu sente nkoleki. So tuso ku point eti nabantu tebajja kulembera abantu.
Tariq, omuntu waba talina sente and he's coming into leadership. And again, I tell you, I agree with the president. He's coming into leadership. Nayenga, he has this thing in his head, as sente ngenda zidia. The first time he goes into parliament, he'll think about, I have to build a house, I have to do this, I have to do that. As sente agenda ziko for his own benefit, and he will forget that he's there to serve people. He knows that even if I go in the parliament and I sit quiet in all the sessions, there's nothing that they can do. Sentes and and that is why there's a recommendation that whenever I was speaking to, what's his name? He's the chairperson of Uganda Medical Association. I was having an interview with him. Nangamba, the only way to handle the situation is reduce the salary that members of parliament get. The moment you do that, Omuntu, by the time he really comes, parliament, and just because he wants to serve the people, not because of the very appetizing salary that is in parliament. And if that is done, it also helps with the situation.
Latifah, chimanti abantu tava kubukulembeze, it is because the leadership is all about service.
Exactly.
Bagufula mulimu. So bobaga nti bogera nti esende zikendezebwe nangi Katumba yatugambye if he goes to office chagenda soko kukola kutema ku musala gwa president gwa MPs.
And weirdly, when you look at salary of president, salary of president,
it is 3 point what? 3.5.
Yes, even the Kenyan president receives a salary bigger than our president.
Yes.
Then what about the members of parliament? How come?
Even negundi avayo nachogera ko wano Segiri, mama Segiri yagamba ye bwagenda mu parliament agala ku proposing a bill MP aberenga funa obukadde butano. Because senze bufuna nyingi nnyo. So bwekibanga kitufu kubanga abantu tujja kuba tufuna cream. Ndamujja okuweereza nga azze kukolera abantu so singa azze kula sente. Jambo kituyambako.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the politics that we're going through in the country. The politics whereby we have an issue of members of parliament having transactions in order to take the positions that are going to be there. This one is being bought with a job. This one is being bought with a